Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Res, and I know this is the cursed flip camera. I know this is not what you guys are normally seeing, but I want to talk about something that's on this side of the screen, and that is actually your hero's stat sheet, essentially. So now, not only in the game are you going to be able to have skill points, you also are now going to have hero stats, and these are going to increase. I'm pretty sure, like at the beginning of the game as well, based on like selections you choose. But this is actually a really cool system. So you might be asking yourself, well, what do these hero points do? And that is what I'm going to go over in this video and give you everything you guys need to know. So if you guys do enjoy this, consider dropping a like, sticking around, because somebody posting a ton of Wonderlands content, and I would love to have you around for everything. But just starting off, first off, we have our Stabmancer power. So this is just some power you can get from the new like class item s things in the game. But the dirty fighting, critical hit chance increased by 8.7%, ghost blade damage increased by 8.7%, and then from the shadows duration is increased by 8.7%. So this is just like a generic, like just overall, buff you get to the character. A lot of the like I said, things right here I have it, have increased Stabmancer power, which is really cool, and you just get those bonuses. Basically, critical hit chance is going to be one of the most important things. Then you also have loot luck. This just seems to be like you get better loot, I assume. In Borderlands, this has always been kind of weird. But then you have your critical hit chance, which it is bugged where it won't actually show. But what it's basically saying is that you're going to have a base critical hit chance, ability critical hit chance, companion critical hit chance, gun critical hit chance, melee attack critical hit chance, spell critical hit chance, and status effect critical hit chance. So pretty much everything in the game can crit, obviously, and this is just like telling you a little flat bonus you have, but you are also getting the additional stats. I would imagine this is going to show your overall crit chance once like everything's there and the full game's out, because obviously you get the generic 30% critical hit chance. So I'm not exactly sure why it's stuck at 5. I would imagine this is going to change when the full game launches. But then you also have dark magic leech, which again is just telling you more stats about dark magic, just dark magic leech and efficiency. But this is saying 5% per second. Again, I feel like they'll probably have more stats here again once this launches. But the main thing is your hero points. This is what everybody clicked on the video for, and I kind of want to get into everything and talk about what you need to know. All right, so start off, we have strength. So strength is actually just going to increase your critical hit damage. Strength is a measure of physical might. It determines whether landing a critical hit is going to send your enemy into condescending chortles or to ye old emergency room. So obviously the more strength you have, the more critical hit damage you're going to get, which is really cool. Then you have dexterity. So dexterity is your critical hit chance. So dexterity is the measure of your weapon's precision. It determines whether you could or could not hit a cow's arse with the banjo. Now you also see archetype pack rat has -2 dexterity. So this is probably some archetype you get to choose at the beginning of the game, I would imagine. And then you get -2 dexterity because of it. But this is going to give you crit chance. Now, there are some points already in here, like 10 out of 28, 10 out of 20, but you do have like 0 and very little chances over here. So I'm not exactly sure. Like, I think this just might be bugged because of the, it's not fully out yet. But we have intelligence is the next one. So 8% spell cooldown rate. So intelligence is the measure of your spell casting speed. It determines whether you're the fastest caster in the whole wizard school or better off hucking sedated doves at your enemies. So this is going to give you more spell cooldown rate. So if you really want to play into spell casting, you want to put it all in intelligence. That's just how this is going to work. It's really cool. I really actually like the system. But then we have wisdom. So wisdom is status effect damage. Wisdom is the measure of all your elemental damage output. It determines whether you leave a trail of smoking skeletons in your wake or if they can shrug it off with over-the-counter sunblock. So again, wisdom is status effect damage. You're going to be able to just constantly do some crazy status effect things, especially with something like the Stabmancer. It's going to be really good. So even put something like wisdom is going to be insane as well. Then you also have things like constitution. So this is your maximum health and war shield. Constitution is the measure of your survivability. It determines whether you can take a punch from a god or you can put yourself into a coma from stabbing your toe on a not even particularly well-fed rat. So this is just more health and more wards, a very survivability based, hero stat. Maybe something like the Berserker is going to take advantage of this, or if you want to play Constitution Stabmancer, you could as well. Then finally, we have attunement. So 5% action skill cooldown rate. Attunement is the measure of your ability speed. It determines whether you'll be able to do that cool trick you want to show the person you called into the room, or oops, no, they left already. Dang. So attunement is your action skill cooldown rate. So as you see, this is going to be really heavily into the way you want to build your character. Obviously, if you're going for a pure action skill, you could do something like attunement, get max attunement to get in the same amount of action skill cooldown rate. Then you could also even have things like wisdom. If you play Statmancer, get a status effect damage, and you can take things like potent potions to get even more status effect damage and duration. And this is just really, really gonna like solidify a build that you're playing. You do seem to get 1 point per level up, and there's 40 levels. 40 is the max level. And so you're going to be able to definitely max one of these out. And if you want to put some other points and some other stuff, you can. Or if you want to, like, you know, half and half it, you can. But that is pretty much the hero point system, or also just like the stat card. Like I said, I think this is going to get updated up here. Obviously, this isn't the full game, but all this stuff should change, and we should probably hopefully have like more effects and stuff, you know, talking about every little nitty-gritty detail, kind of like Diablo, if you guys have seen that, like the little stat sheet. But you also are going to have these hero points as well to really further solidify a build that's also going to help out with your skills. And then doesn't even get into myth rank, because this is unlocked at level 40, and this is pretty much the new guardian rank system that will also further increase your Fate Makers builds. But that is pretty much it for hero stats. Let me know what you guys think about them. Do you think this is a great addition, added some more build diversity to the game, or do you think this is just kind of something that not a lot of people are going to care about? I personally think it's really, really cool. Really, really excited to have a spell build with max intelligence, just to be able to cast spells like crazy. But again, let me know what you guys think. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.